Well guys, it is Thursday. We've took care of chickens this morning, got some orders ready to ship, and I'm down here at the tunnel getting ready to do some weeding. So I'm gonna get these sides raised up. Usually leave them down a little bit longer so it heats up real good in there, but I'm gonna raise them so that I can get this took care of. So that's our 30 by 72 Atlas Budget Plus. I gotta roll up the sides, and I'm gonna go ahead and roll the ends up. And this is our garlic. So now, a lot of this garlic has been in the ground since last fall. The Korean red just hasn't grown like I would like for it to have. We've got chestnut red. It's looking really nice. And this is the Armenian. Very happy with the size of what we got here. And this is the kettle. This is a giant. It's just definitely showing that size. We probably could take a little better care of this and had a little better results. This is a Vietnamese red. So there, we just planted our potatoes. We had that, got that video getting ready to be posted. So you'll probably see it before you see this one. We didn't water them in because it's supposed to rain tomorrow. So we'll let them set. We're going to finish planting onions here today. Now this garlic was late planted because we just couldn't get a break in the weather. So it got put in the ground late, and it's looking good. Very happy with it. And here we got some Swiss chard. So I'm going to turn on the drip irrigation to that today. It's getting a little, some of it's getting a little dried out. And we've got some cabbage and cauliflower here. Again, should have been out a little bit earlier, but the weather was just crazy. But it's all starting to grow. All right, let's get this tunnel opened. Okay, so as you can see, the grass and the weeds have started to come in and make a mess. So it's time for me to get it took care of. This, after I get done with it, I'm gonna put fabric down in the this, because this will be just a walkway, and so I'm gonna lay fabric there. We won't have to worry about that no more. But I got to get all the rest of these weeds took care of. I got to get this edge over here took care of. But on the bright side, look at that beautiful tomato plant. Makes me happy. All right, I got to get to work. So this is my Haas Tools wheel hoe, upside down of course. I've got the plows on it right now, so I need to take them off, which will require taking these two nuts and bolts loose, and then I've got to put these cultivators on. So all right, you can do it a million ways. I'm going to use a wrench on it. I keep this little wrench in the side by side just so that it'll be around, because usually we have the side by side when we're using this thing. Alright, so there we go. We got the 4 cultivators on. So let's get this thing over here and get it to work. Yeah, I could use a gas-powered tiller, and we have one, but there's really no point in disturbing the ground that much. Try to get you a decent little view. Y'all can see kind of the way it works. And all we're doing is just disturbing the weeds with it. Obviously, this is much easier two-handed. But let me get some done, I'll bring you back. Hey guys, it is Saturday evening around 7 o'clock. Sun's down, so it's cooled off here in the greenhouse, and I've got to take care of some work that's been, I'll call it neglected. We've just been busy doing other things, trying to get stuff in the ground planted, and I haven't had time to come work this greenhouse. I'm going to be ashamed to show you what it looks like, but it is such life on the farm. This week, one of my main goals is to get this cleaned up, so we're going to start right now with doing some cultivating. And I will use our Haas wheel hoe for that. So show you what we got going on, show you the weed mess. Some of this will be done with the Haas wheel hoe. Some of it will be done with a oscillating hoe, which is a push-pull hoe, if you ain't never seen one. And some of this will be done by hand. So got to get this cleaned up. This is our money maker. This is what pays the bills on the farm. I've got tomatoes that need to be pruned, so we're going to get the suckers off of them. So all this will be going into this video. We'll show it to you kind of as we go through it. So here we go. So there's our Haas wheel hoe. You'll see the cultivators I have got on the bottom of it. You'll see the amount of weeds that are growing up in the greenhouse. Now we chose not to put fabric on this greenhouse this year. I am going to put fabric down the middle row that we walk on. We chose not to do it in the rest of the greenhouse for other particular reasons. But that don't change the fact I gotta get the work done, so here we go. Thought I'd give you an update on what we're doing here. Progress on the weeds. Obviously a long ways from done. We got other things to plant. We was out in the field today planting until it kind of got a little cold. We got a cold snap coming in on us right now. So we got some Celtis planted today. Strong Tower, I think, is the variety. And I think Tiffany planted, that was a whole tray. 128 cell tray, so probably planted around 120. Not all of them make it. Tiffany planted some broccoli. Forget the variety. It's one of the shoot type broccolis. She planted this, I don't remember. So we got a tray of that planted and a tray of the Celtis, the Strong Tower. And then I came in here and did a little more work on the tunnel. It's getting late. It's about 7 o'clock. So I'm going to head to the house and up pot another tray of peppers. And then we got to move on. So, but I was going to give y'all an update. So here we go. So this one was the second to worst row in the greenhouse. And I started working on that here this evening. Not spent a fortune of time in it. I've done a little bit of weeding around some of the tomato plants, where I found myself on the ground picking stuff up. Pulled some of these bigger weeds out from the edge. And you can see I still got a lot of weeding to do in the row. And this will need to be touched up again also. But I've tried to pull out some of the big stuff like here, because we're just got to get caught up. And then I did some weeding around these tomatoes here. Some of these plants are looking gorgeous. Pulled out some stuff in here, and then I've taken one pass here. It's got just one pass is all I got. I got to do more up through here, so I got a lot of that done. And then Tiffany the other night got down to right there on that roll, so this still has to be taken care of. And she got this much done On this row, she's got a couple of piles of weeds she still ain't picked up, but that's not a big deal. The exciting news is how much these plants are growing. Now tomorrow we'll be suckering, so these plants won't look nearly as bushy after tomorrow. Should have already got some suckering done, but as I said, we've been busy. See here, we've got some tomatoes and stuff brought in out of the weather since we got a cold snap coming in. So, a lot to do. Got some flowers there. Peppers, tomatoes, peppers, tomatoes, flowers, more tomatoes, tomatoes. My flannel shirt. These guys got a little bit scorched the other day, so they'll be fine. They'll come back, but it's going to take them a couple of weeks to get to where we want them. So, more peppers. Or tomatoes and peppers. We've got a lot of blooms coming on. There's Tiffany's little onion patch. We got a lot of blooms starting to set on some of this stuff. There. I got to get this stuff trellised. Got another set of blooms coming open here. Won't be long, folks. Won't be long.